Hey guys, Crazy New York Driver here, July 4th, 2009. Welcome to my guide to Washington Heights. We finally got a sunny day, and since I was off work today, I figured this would be a good day to take a walk around and show you a few things, like this unusual catacomb under the George Washington Bridge. But our tour today will start in the George Washington Bridge bus terminal, which as you can see is quite empty because it's a holiday. Normally this place is quite bustling, and even outside is always bustling, but again, it's early in the morning now at around 11 o'clock, so people haven't quite gotten around to their thing. As you can see, it is a clear, sunny day, which is very unusual because this whole summer has been raining. Now there are a lot of new interesting stores, like this $2.99 store, which are springing up in Washington Heights. This store here, located on Amsterdam Avenue, seems to be doing quite well. And you'll notice how a lot of displays are out on the sidewalk. Young World is located on 181st Street, as well as a lot of other quite popular stores which have moved into the area. Your MVP store, and a few others. I was lucky enough, while just stumbling around the neighborhood, to come across this rare old 1970 liquor sign. I thought it was quite neat. Even the local fire department has gotten involved. NYFD. I wonder if Dennis Leary's in there. A big change is that a lot of people are doing business out of their vehicles on the sidewalk without permits in Washington Heights. Here's a store that brings his stuff out onto the sidewalk, impeding the flow of foot traffic. He's been doing that for years. Here you can buy any bag for $10. No tax, because no sale is reported, which is why a lot of stores, like this big gas station on the corner of 181st and Amsterdam, has closed up. It's hurting some merchants. The fare for mass transit is now $2.25. And hopefully these people are getting their money's worth. The biggest find is this. This is an unused tunnel that's been closed for many years. You see that gate on the right side there? I did a lot of research on this. Many years ago, before we were born, like in the 40s or 50s, that was an active traffic lane. People could actually drive on the far right under 179th Street there and get where they were going. That was actually open, and it would come out the other end, which I will show you in a couple of seconds. Right in front of where this vehicle is parked here, this SUV, you could drive straight through that locked gate into a tunnel and come out on the other side. On the far right is 178th Street. Now if you continued going straight where that SUV is, you'd come out here. See that closed gate where Slick painted his name? Now I'm told many years ago that was open, so traffic would come out of there. This has been closed forever. It was sealed shut, and I don't know why. This is a real good shot of it right here. Notice how the railing is pushed back to accommodate breakdowns. So back in the old days, if a car broke down, they would pull it right into that railing. But again, this has been closed for at least 50 years, and if anyone has any information, please contact me on these unused tunnels. They're really a big find. This ramp here is its original state. It has never been upgraded, and you can see the cracks in the concrete prove it. This is Highbridge Park. Now, I know it looks nice, maybe because it's in season, but Highbridge Park can be a dangerous place. You do not want to go to Highbridge Park. Now, it's a lot better than it was back in the 70s. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I went in there. I shouldn't have, but I did explore it. And again, I do not recommend going in. You want to go in? That's your business. Crazy New York Driver says do not go in. This is another original ramp, but it's been repaved many times. It leads from Amsterdam Avenue to the approach to the George Washington Bridge. It has its original green railing, and now the 181st Street Bridge here, which has been repaired back in 1980, they rebuilt it. Sadly, they used concrete on the deck, and as you can see, it's a mess. The concrete has broken up, there's bumps, potholes, not big ones, but just annoying ones. In my opinion, they should not use concrete for the top deck of any bridge. It's great for a base, but they should always use asphalt on top. Speaking of asphalt, there's plenty of it right there. The ramps leading from the Major Deegan to the approach to the Hamilton Bridge, which connects to the George Washington. If you're a fan of the movie The 7-Ups, which was filmed in 1974, the street you're looking at now was in the movie. If you remember this scene where they kidnapped Max Kalish and dumped him out of a 1968 Chevy, it was just south of where we're looking, just past those big arches where they filmed that. I thought that would be a little interesting tidbit for those of you who don't live in New York and don't know the area. As you can see, there's a lot of construction going on, and there's always a lot of traffic in this area. I'm just lucky that today was a holiday and I was able to walk around unimpeded. How often can you see the Cross Bronx like this? Totally empty. It never happens. Usually it's totally backed up wall to wall. The exact name for this section is the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. It connects the George Washington Bridge with the Cross Bronx. And this bridge, as I said, is always backed up. It's a very photogenic area, as you can see. I've always liked those blue railings and the green railings because you know they're original when the highway was built, which was, I think in the 50s, back in the old days, right? I'm sure maybe some of you guys remember. Kayaking. Not unusual. Not all that common, but not unusual. Kayaking in the Harlem River. Not something Crazy New York Driver would do. This is the ramp that leads from the George Washington Bridge down to the Harlem River Drive. It's cars only, and you can see why. Bad curves, narrow lanes, and if an 18-wheeler comes around too quick on that thing, he's going to flip. And they have. Now, this is also the Harlem River Drive extension. As you can see, it's very empty. That can only be either a Sunday morning or a holiday morning. Keep right heading down this ramp, because if you're on the left side, you're going the wrong way, and don't think it doesn't happen. Oh my God. What's happening here? We got some surface rust. The concrete pillar is cracking. Better get the DOT to check this out. We don't want any problems with any bridges coming down. Good old Crazy New York Driver is right on the case. He's checking things out. And let me assure you, these bridges are safe. Okay, there's a few little rust spots and bumps here and there, but structurally they're all safe. I would drive on any one of them, and I have driven on them all. The Harlem River Drive is below. The Hamilton Bridge is on top. Note the historic lighthouse. Now this antenna really doesn't fit in with the video, but it's something I dug up, and I was hoping if anyone could identify it, tell me a little bit about it, how old it is. And I'm rushing for time here because the video is coming to an end. I want to thank you all for this. If you liked it, leave me some comments. If you didn't, leave me some more comments. Say something. Thanks. Crazy New York Driver is out.